Welcome back. In the first video we have talked about speed, distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. Now based on that I am going to talk a very important topic in which we are going to discuss three equations of motion. But before that you must know how to read a graph. So now this is a graph. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and a motion of an object is shown on this graph. So this is x-axis. On x-axis we are considering time, and on y-axis we are considering velocity. So x and y are representing time and velocity. So the first equation of motion is velocity-time relation. In that it is shown that object travels from A to B. To deduce the derivation or an equation, we need to do some construction in this. So the construction is, I am putting a perpendicular from B on x-axis as well from B on y-axis, and from A a perpendicular on this axis which we have made, this segment. Now we'll name them. As this is B, I am continuing here with C, this is D and this is E. So now this is the construction. Okay. So the first equation of motion we are talking about, that is velocity-time relation. I have explained you the graph construction. So let us start the derivation, which is very important examination point of view. Derivation, to start with, I can give you a hint how to start the derivation. The hint is here. The object starts the journey from A and the object ends the journey at B. The hint is our derivation starts where the object ends. It means the object ends the journey here and our derivation starts from B, that is BC. So we are going to represent what is meant by BC. See, you can see here BC is a segment which is made with two small segments. BC is made with BD plus DC. Here you can see BC is equal to BD, this one, this is BD and this is DC. It means BC is made with these two segments, just that I have written here. Coming down, now BC is parallel to OE because this is a construction, this is the original one. This BC is parallel to OE and this OE is y-axis, and in the starting itself I told you y-axis means the final velocity. So I am putting the value of BC as V here is equal to the value of BD we don't know. So I have written BD as it is. Here DC, which is a construction, is parallel to OA, and this OA, this point as I told you is the origin from where the time has started. So till A, this becomes the initial velocity. So this DC is U. Rearranging this equation as BD is equal to V minus U, I am naming this equation as small a. Now after this I am just putting the definition of acceleration. Acceleration is change in velocity upon time, or the definition says a rate of change of velocity. Rate means time, change of velocity. So what we have written, we will write this from our graph. Change in velocity. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. So here final velocity is BC and initial velocity is DC. That's what I have written here. BC minus DC upon time. Time means OC. OC is represented time. So I have written here. So BC minus DC, this is BC, and if we will subtract DC, what will be left? BD will be left. So here BD upon T. Rearranging this equation in the form of BD, BD is equal to AT. I am mentioning this equation as small b. Now if you see small a and small b, these two equations are having left hand side similar. You can see here left hand side BD, here also you can see left hand side BD. So if in two equations left hand side is equal, their right hand sides are also equal. That's why we are comparing equation A and B. So I can write here right hand side V minus U and right hand side AT as a equation. V minus U is equal to AT. So rearranging this equation, V is equal to U plus AT. This is first equation of motion. First equation of motion is velocity time relation. First equation was velocity time relation, which we have started from here, and we got the first equation as V is equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation of motion. Second equation of motion says position time relation. Position means the place, that is the distance. That's why it starts from S. So now to start with this position time relation, we have to consider something. The consideration here is, as I have written here, suppose trapezium OABC. So this is O, A, B and C. This is a trapezium. Okay, can you see this trapezium? This is a trapezium. Okay, two parallel sides, and this is the height. So considering trapezium OABC, if we consider this trapezium, this trapezium is made with two geometrical figures. The first one is a rectangle, that is OADC. That's why here I am considering position as S is equal to area rectangle OADC, and the second geometrical figure here is the triangle ABD. So area triangle ABD. So now we all are greatly aware about the formulas of these geometrical figures. This is rectangle, rectangle is length into breadth. So this is rectangle length into breadth. That means OC into OA, I have written here, OC into OA plus half base into height. Triangles, area of triangle, half base into height, half base is AD and height is BD. Putting the values in this, so OA is U, I have put here, OC is T, time, plus half AD, which is parallel to OC, that means T, and now BD. This is a very important thing to be remembered in this equation. The value of this BD we don't know, but the value of this BD we have to take from the first equations, small b equation, this one. You have to remember it very properly. The value of this BD we are taking from here. BD is equal to 80, so I have put the value here 80. After putting this value 80, the equation here becomes S equals UT plus half a t square. This is the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion is position time relation. First equation was velocity time relation, V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation position time relation, that is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now moving on the third relation, that is position velocity relation. In position velocity relation, we are considering this trapezium OABC here. So S is equal to area trapezium OABC, and you know very well what is the formula for area of trapezium. Area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides into height. So now this trapezium you have to consider, and parallel sides are BC and OA and height is OC. So now putting these values here, sum of parallel side BC plus OA I have written here, and height is OC, that I have written here. Putting the values in it, this BC is V parallel to OE and OA is U. and OC here is T. And this step here is very important, as in the second equation this step was important where we have taken the value of BD from the first equation. In the same way here the value of this T you have to take from the first equation. Here it is written V is equal to U plus AT, and if this equation V is equal to U plus AT, you will try to write this equation in the terms of T. So this will become T is equal to V minus U upon A. This is simply rearrangement. So that's what I am saying. You have to be cautious here while putting the value of T, that the value of T you have to put from the first equation, that means this V minus U upon A, and what I have put here V minus U upon A. Why we are doing this? Because here we are having V plus U, we are getting here V minus U, and you know that becomes V square minus U square. So 2A I am shifting on the left hand side. So the third equation of motion, which says position velocity relation is twice AS is equal to V square minus U square. It means in this entire topic which we have discussed in this video and last video, we have started with motion. Motion means objects are not in rest position. Then we talked about distance, then displacement. We came on three basic equations starting with speed, velocity and acceleration. Then I told you slightly about units, CGS units, MKS units, because units are very important while solving numericals. And then we switched on a very important topic, that means these three equations. Equation is velocity time relation, then position time relation, and then position velocity relation. This is all about the topic, and now I will be putting a worksheet to solve the numericals on those three formulas and these three formulas. So you solve the worksheet properly and submit it accordingly. Thank you, students.